434 runs wasn't enough to win. 91 for 7 wasn't enough to lose. These are the heartbreaking collapses and inspiring comebacks that produce cricket's most unforgettable finishes. The 10 greatest ODI matches ever played, featuring chase totals once thought mathematically impossible, last ball drama that psychologically scarred nations for decades, and the unforgettable heroics cricket fans still discuss years later. Miss these stories, and you've missed cricket's most defining moments. Welcome to Cricket Collective. This is our second video where we bring you cricket's most fascinating stories. Today we're ranking the 10 most iconic ODI matches of all time. Games that didn't just entertain, but fundamentally changed how cricket is played, perceived and remembered. We'll be working our way up from number 10 to what we believe is the most iconic ODI match ever played. These aren't just great matches, they're the matches that redefined what was possible in cricket. What makes an ODI truly iconic? Is it statistical records, dramatic finishes, or something deeper, like cultural impact and historical significance? We've analysed hundreds of matches to identify the ones that combined all these elements. Extraordinary performances, nail-biting conclusions, and profound, lasting impacts on cricket's evolution. From World Cup finals that changed nations to impossible run chases that rewrote cricket's conventional wisdom. These matches continue to shape how teams approach the game years, even decades later. They're not just memorable moments, they're pivotal chapters in cricket's ongoing story. One-day international cricket has evolved dramatically since its inception in 1971. What began as a novelty format is now the stage for cricket's most prestigious global tournament. The matches we'll examine span 4 decades, tracking how ODI cricket transformed from a condensed version of Test cricket into a distinct format with its own specialised skills, strategies, and moments of incredible drama. Starting at number 10, Ireland versus England, 2011 World Cup. When associate member Ireland faced Test nation England, nobody gave them a chance. Chasing England's imposing 327, Ireland found themselves at 111 for 5 and seemingly headed for defeat. Enter Kevin O'Brien. With pink-dyed hair and fearless hitting, O'Brien smashed the fastest World Cup century in history, just 50 balls, as Ireland stunned England with 3 wickets to spare. This wasn't just an upset, it was a statement that cricket's global expansion was real. At number 9, Australia versus South Africa, 1999 World Cup Super 6. This match isn't remembered for its finish, but for a single moment that became cricket folklore. When Herschel Gibbs prematurely celebrated a catch and dropped Australian captain Steve Waugh, Waugh allegedly told him, "You've just dropped the World Cup." Waugh went on to score an unbeaten 120. Australia won, and the psychological blow set up their tournament victory. Number 8, Pakistan versus India, 1986 Australasia Cup Final. With Pakistan needing 4 runs off the final ball, Indian bowler Chetan Sharma attempted a Yorker but delivered a full toss. Javed Miandad's 6 over mid-wicket remains one of cricket's most iconic shots, a moment that haunted Indian cricket for years and gave Pakistan a psychological edge and pressure situations against their rivals. At number 7, the 2002 NatWest Series Final, India versus England at Lord's. Chasing England's 325, India collapsed to 146 for 5 when 2 young players, Yuvraj Singh and Mohammad Kaif, launched a counter-attack for the ages. India's victory culminated in captain Sourav Ganguly's shirt-waving celebration on the Lord's balcony, a defiant moment symbolising Indian cricket's new aggressive identity on the world stage. Number 6. Glenn Maxwell's superhuman effort against Afghanistan in the 2023 World Cup. With Australia reeling at 91 for 7 chasing 292, defeat seemed inevitable. What followed defied medical explanation as Maxwell, suffering from severe cramping and barely able to stand, scored an unbeaten 201, the highest score by an Australian in ODIs. He hit the winning runs with a 6, completing what Pat Cummins called the greatest ODI innings ever played. This wasn't just a great innings, it redefined what's physically possible in cricket. Number 5. The 2011 Cricket World Cup final between India and Sri Lanka. With the weight of 1.3 billion expectations, MS Dhoni promoted himself up the order to take personal responsibility. His unbeaten 91, capped by a towering 6 to win the tournament, completed India's 28-year journey since their first title. It gave Sachin Tendulkar his first World Cup and cemented Dhoni's legacy as captain cool. Number 4. The 1983 Cricket World Cup final. India versus West Indies. The West Indies, undefeated in World Cups, needed just 184. But Kapil Dev's leadership and India's disciplined bowling dismantled them for 140. This David versus Goliath victory shifted cricket's power centre to the subcontinent and launched India's cricketing and commercial revolution. Number 3. The famous 438 match. South Africa versus Australia, 2006. Australia posted a then world record 434. South Africa chased it down with 1 wicket and 1 ball to spare. Herschel Gibbs' 175 led the way. This wasn't just a match. It changed what teams believed was possible in a run chase. Number 2. The 1999 World Cup semi-final, Australia versus South Africa. With 1 run needed from 4 balls, a miscommunication between Lance Klusener and Alan Donald led to a run-out and a tie. Australia advanced on net run rate. The image of Donald dropping his bat became the sport's most heartbreaking what-if. And at number 1, the 2019 Cricket World Cup final, England versus New Zealand. Both teams scored 241. The Super Over was also tied. England won on boundary count, a rule later abolished. There were deflections, freak overthrows, and boundary line drama. This match wasn't just the most dramatic final, it redefined cricket's need for fairness, clarity, and resilience. Looking across these 10 legendary matches, we find 5 common threads. Context, like World Cup pressure. Narrative-changing performances, like Maxwell's or O'Brien's. Psychological warfare, like Donald's collapse or War's mind games. Cultural impact, like India's 1983 win. And statistical improbability, like the 438 match or the tied Super Over. These matches shaped the evolution of ODI cricket, from defensive battles to power-hitting showcases, from tactical rigidity to innovation, from dominance by elite teams to breakthroughs by underdogs. They also show us that greatness in cricket isn't just about technique or strategy. It's about character, context, and the capacity to rise in moments that define not just matches, but entire legacies. Whether you're a casual fan or a cricket nerd, these are the stories that explain why the game still grips billions, decades later. Which match did we miss? What's your favourite? Share your memories in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to Cricket Collective. Until next time, keep your front foot forward and your eyes on the ball.